Hi Aries, this is going to be your reading for January 2026. Happy New Year, everyone. It's crazy that it's already 2026. December has flown by. I'm like, how? I'm filming this a little earlier than I'm posting it out, but it's crazy. It's already near the end of the month, and I'm like, how did we get here so fast? If this is the first time you're seeing my readings, how I do my readings, I'll start with the Angel Oracle Guide here. I'll move on to traditional tarot and then back to Oracle at the end. If I pause at any moment, it's just because I'm trying to feel the energy that I'm feeling. That's how I get a lot of my information, is what energy feels like. So I appreciate your patience there. If this doesn't resonate with you, please just take what resonates and leave the rest, because again, this is a general reading, so don't forget that. But if it doesn't resonate, check your moon and rising, because you could be in that energy as well. Okay, let's get started. So your message this month is transformation. You are ready to move beyond the energies or situations that are no longer helpful to you and make space in your life for something more purposeful. You may feel a real need for clearing out at this time, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually too. As you remove the clutter and debris from your world, you welcome in the energy of transformation. Like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon, you are ready to move beyond the previous limitations of your life, and you are moving away from stagnancy or the feeling of being held back, and taking heavy energies out of your life and making them light, so that you can fully embrace who you were born to be. When this card appears, angels are acknowledging the emotion and physical transformations that have taken place in your life. They can see you clearly now that you've released the old, fusty thoughts and situations. There's a feeling of renewal now, and you're moving into a space where you are more comfortable than ever with who you are. You have a spark of splendor burning in the depths of your being, and this spark is creating a positive and loving experience for you now. It's time to enjoy the benefits of your commitment to your growth. All right, I love that, Aries, because it just feels like more transforming into more of yourself, which I like to see. But let me take a look at the cards here and just feel what might be going on for you. Just give me a moment, Aries. Okay, let me feel this for you. For Aries, the song I Got the Power just came into my head, like, I got the power. It feels like you are kind of rebuilding relationships here, rebuilding different working relationships, different, friend relationships, maybe different romantic relationships here for you. Trusting that times will be a little bit different moving in the future here. I feel like you were kind of turning towards a specific direction. They're saying relationships keep coming out. It just kind of keeps, it's like that word just keeps pulsing almost in my head. But I'll go through the tarot cards and kind of what's kind of going on here, and then we'll get back to that, because I'm sure I'll be feeling a little bit more. But maybe this, again, it feels like transformation in your relationships. But we have the Nine of Wands coming out here in reversed. And this is actually a good card to get in reverse because it's a little bit more trusting. It's like a little bit more trusting, especially with the Two of Swords in the reversed here, that we are on the right path, that we have, we're sticking to our guns here a little bit. We trust what where we are choosing. What we're choosing to do now will impact ourselves later, will transform us, will help our relationships, will help our working relationships here as well. Because we do have the Three of Pentacles. So it's like we're actively doing something, we're trusting something, trusting a process, trusting a formula here maybe for yourself, trusting that what you are doing, what you are creating, what you are choosing to put your energy into will help build things here for you. So there is this kind of layer underneath of trust, of being like, okay, this will work out for me, or this is what I'm leading, this is what I'm choosing, this is where we're going. And I think that's this power that I feel that's coming in for you. It's like I've got the power. It's like you are the one that's kind of setting those intentions. You are the one that's making the choice. You are the one that is doing this for feels like a betterment of the relationships, your working relationships, everything kind of around you here. So I feel that transformation and that betterment for you, Aries. But with this Three of Pentacles, it's also talking about the people we work with, right? The people we align ourselves with, we collaborate with, that have the same common goal as us. And I feel like that's kind of what is transforming here, is maybe some of your goals, or your goals for yourself, your goals for your career. And I feel like now you're going to find those kind of type of people. You're going to find those people that you actually want to build things with, that you want to collaborate with, that you're finding a bit of community here for yourself as well. I get some family energy here that has been pretty tense. I have the Ten of Cups in reverse, the Four of Wands, which is moving away from home, or moving away from, where we grew up, a marriage, family here. And Ten of Cups in reverse is unhappy family, and the Ten of Swords. So there might be a little bit of a rock bottom place here with family members or with your family. Maybe some of you decide to move away from your family. Here, maybe some of you just felt very distant from them, and it kind of caused a lot of tension. But there's this sense of rebuilding here that I'm feeling in this reading for you, Aries, of rebuilding of relationships, rebuilding of connections here with this Two of Cups, and really finding a balance with it, with the Sagittarius energy, right? With this Temperance energy. Filling your own cup first is going to lead to these kind of betterments in these relationships here for you. If the family, situation was abusive, then obviously I'm saying don't go back, but it's just trying to find better connections for yourself here that are healthier, with people, with other people. Because sometimes when trauma gets in the way, sometimes where experiences are like, wow, I wish I did that differently, or I did this better. I feel like you were kind of now more focused. It feels like moving into January 2026, you're going to be like, okay, it's time for me to kind of focus on these relationships here. I do have the Ace of Pentacles in the reversed here, which is some kind of money loss, and the Hangman, which is just saying to just wait and to just pause. If there's something financially here for yourself that you feel like maybe you should go get a new job, maybe it's go on vacation or something like that, they're just telling you to freeze a little bit here, especially like if you are looking for maybe a new job, if you just lost your job or lost some finances here. There's something else I feel like coming in, but it's not the right time. So the Hangman is just saying, just relax. It's just take a step back here for a second. Ponder. Think things through. Don't be impulsive. Which is kind of hard for Aries. I'm an Aries moon. I get you. Trust me, I feel you. But it's saying don't be impulsive, right? It's like let it breathe. Let it sit for a little bit. If you have lost your job, if there's an ability to, if you're getting severance, or if you have a chance to go on unemployment, it might be good just to do a emotional reset here, because I feel like there's, again, a reset that kind of wants to happen with this transformation and allow the energy to kind of change here. But we do have the Emperor coming in right after, and this Emperor energy is this control energy. This is someone that's in control. This is someone that is taking the reins. And this is why I feel like you're kind of getting your power back, because you were making those choices for what you want here and trusting yourself, trusting your own choices here, trusting what you kind of need to do. As Temperance also feels like filling your own cup, but it also feels like filling this cup here, right? Other people's cup. You're like finding that, just like what you are bringing to situations, what you're bringing to people, what you're bringing to yourself and others. we have the Eight of Cups here in the reverse, which is not leaving something behind. Not leaving something out in the cold here, right? It's like not moving on from something. But whatever it is that you're not moving on from, which you're sticking around because you're like, I can do this. I can put my hands on the reins, you know, I can take control of this situation. I can better myself. I can better the people around me. I can do this. The better it's going to work out for you. This is what I'm saying. There's a huge victory here for you in that. A huge victory of you not giving up. A huge victory of you not just walking away from a situation because it's easier to walk away here. You're trusting that what you are doing now, especially in this time in January, is going to be beneficial for you because you just know it is. You know, you just feel that. I'm feeling that fire in my solar plexus here as well. I am doing. It's just kind of that keeps getting repeated too. I am doing it. I feel like maybe that's a nice little mantra for you here too as well. It's just like, I am doing it. You know, I'm making changes. I'm doing the thing. And I feel like that's just reminding yourself that you are kind of doing something here. You are making choices daily here for the betterment of yourself. And it feels like for betterment of people around you. Sorry, that was too many cards. But again, there's a major victory here for you for that. A lot of rest coming in for you for January. I have to be honest, you got the Four of Swords and the Hangman. This is not a time of action for you, Aries. This is not a month to go out and do things. And what a perfect time. It's winter. You're allowed to, well, it depends where you're watching in the world, but it's winter here in Canada. I am Canadian, if you didn't know, from the Toque Tarot. But it's a time to relax, and I think this is the perfect time for you, because especially when we're going through these energetic transitions, you know, these life transitions, rest is so important, because this energy has to work through and move, and we have to release energy and you know, bring new energy in, and it just feels like, you know, this rest, this maybe meditation for you, maybe just kind of having a new kind of practice where you can find balance and relaxation is going to kind of bring you a lot of the things that you were hoping for with this Ten of Pentacles in, especially with like maybe family life here as well. As there's also a family on this card, and we have the Ten of Cups coming in here as well. It's kind of like the happy family. The Ten of Pentacles is everything you want in life, kind of like fulfillment, groundedness. And people always like, it's such a good financial card. It is, but it's more about that groundedness, you know? It's more about this kind of village. It's generational wealth. It's kind of about more people than just yourself, right here. So with this Ten of Pentacles, it's about family as well. And it feels like here that rest, and I'm getting really a meditative energy from this person, this Four of Swords that's coming in here. It's going to be really helpful for you to work through things. I keep saying generational. Might be some generational healing, ancestral healing that you're going through, or calling in maybe some of those people, especially through meditation. Maybe you'll find one on YouTube. There's great free meditations all on YouTube, but maybe you can find one that has to do with, you know, your ancestral line, you know, with maybe people in spirit that you can meditate towards, because I just feel that. I feel like this ancestral energy kind of with this rolling in here with this Ten of Pentacles. We do have the Queen of Wands in reverse. This energy isn't just going to change overnight. I think that's kind of really important about this here. The Queen of Wands in reverse is just saying, I feel like this is you and your energy. It's not feeling you're in your own passion. You're not really feeling that drive right now. You're not really feeling in your kind of fiery, abundant self. Just know that good karma is coming with this Justice card. You know, justice will be prevailed, especially if you're in this now, but it feels like a slow burn here. It feels like coming back to yourself, coming back to that fire. And how we we start is through this groundedness, is through this taking this time out just to be, to find the stuff that ignites us again, to find the stuff that makes us feel connected and happy, to find those people. But we can't really do that from this kind of chaotic, erratic state. We kind of have to do it through more of what we are feeling and being inner energy. So it feels like with this Eight of Wands as well, it's like slow it down, slow it right down. This is the month to slow it right down, and just focus on where you are going, and focus on those relationships that you have to make, or what needs to be mended here, or what needs to be worked through, where you need to put a little bit more effort into things maybe in your life. With this kind of Eight of Wands in reverse, again, it's coming in slowly. It's not coming in at all. It's just coming in slowly before you hear. The Queen of Cups reversed is this energy of not giving yourself enough love and enough care. Maybe you feel like you're not getting there fast enough. Maybe you just feel like, something's not coming in fast enough. Something's not changing fast enough. But give yourself that love. Just that's what it says. I am doing. If you are prioritizing yourself, you are doing. Just remember that. If you are resting, you are doing. You are doing energy work. I always put that way. I was like, well, I didn't do this, and I didn't clean the way I should have, and I shouldn't do this, but I energetically worked on myself. I thought through things, I processed things, I meditated. That's doing still, it doesn't have to be all this like abundant work all the time. I feel like it's just like when it's inner energy, it's inner energy, and this is telling you to slow down, relax, and so that you can give yourself that care and understand when you're doing that, you're also giving yourself this sense of care. Especially in like a capitalist society that we're in right now, that's saying if you're not moving, if you're not pursuing, if you're not going, then you are not doing enough. And I don't think that is sustainable. I don't think that is how energy works. But hey, those are just my thoughts. That's my perspective on things. You can totally feel the other way. But the Two of Wands is back to the drawing board here. We're relearning something new. We're going back to the beginning. We're being like, I used to do things this way, and we're going to change things a little bit here. We're working on something. But I feel that. I feel like you're taking the reins on your own life. It feels like here as well, Aries. You're being like, this is my job to do, but I don't have to change the world in a day. I don't have to change everything in a day. And I think you're going to look back at this point and be like, wow, I was doing more than I thought I was actually doing. This was more beneficial for me in this month of January of not doing a lot, of just reflecting, of feeling, of being, than I thought, than I thought I was doing. Because you're changing your energy. You're changing your emotion. Conclusions are within reach. The Void. Ha! I'm laughing because I'll read it for you right now, Aries. But this is exactly what I was just talking about this whole reading. And it's just funny because I was like, of course it's the Void. I should have known it was the Void. Oh, Aries. I love it's just nice when you get confirmation, because sometimes you're just like, okay, this is what I'm feeling, but I don't know, is this energy right? But it is. Stop. Embrace winter. And that's why I'm laughing, because it's telling you to stop and embrace winter. The great cosmic womb. Everything and nothing exists in the void. It's where all life begins and ends. It's winter in the womb. It's fertile darkness where all things originate and all seeds grow. Comforting and intimidating. Freeing and daunting. Can feel both overwhelmingly small and huge. The void is where faith lives. The message of the void is to surrender to the unknown, to allow the fertile darkness of nothingness to nourish new seeds growing within you, regardless of whether you know what they are and one day become. You're being called to surrender to the mystery of what's next, to rest, to allow the winter of your life to do the work, to hand over your control and trust that just because you can't see what's happening beneath the surface doesn't mean things are not at work. That's exactly what I was just saying here, right? You're going to be surprised at yourself where you're like, oh, there's actually a lot going on there that I didn't see at first. The greatest weaving happens when we find a way to surrender and trust this Nine of Wands that we're talking at the beginning of the reading, this trust being knit in, that our life is being knitted for us right beneath the surface in ways known and unknowable. Now is the time to cultivate faith and allow deep, deep rest. The void often surfaces at the end of a chapter or a life phase. You're being called to let go of all that you know and identify with. When you're in the void, it can feel scary. as if you should be doing something. This is what we're talking about. However, when this card appears, it's a sure sign that the most productive thing to do is to relinquish control and surrender to the changing mysteries of life. How are you being called to surrender to the unknown mysteries of your life? And that is what this whole reading is all about, is just trust it, baby. Just trust the energy and do not force.